Am I live? I am. Hello, gorgeous. Happy Wisdom Wednesday, and welcome back to my platform. I am super excited that you are here. Over the last couple of weeks, we have discussed a lot of things. We segued from boundaries into what is life coaching and what is it all about. And we are picking up where we left off, and we are starting to talk all about people pleasing. And in this video, I am so sorry that I am about to burst some of your bubbles, but the ish ain't normal. It is people pleasing. And I know that lots of us like to think, oh, I make my own rules, I do my own thing, nobody runs me. But many of us are people pleasers and we don't even know it. So listen up because I've got three things that you think are normal, but they're actually signs of people pleasing. And the very first is taking on more work because everyone else is overwhelmed, but you can handle it. And I know some of y'all are like, what? Because you think of yourself as being a team player. You think of yourself as more advanced. And it's not really people pleasing because I can handle it. They're really stressed. Odds are you are stressed as well. Just because you carry something well doesn't mean that it's not heavy. And what typically ends up happening is you get into this pattern of taking on extra work, doing extra assignments, doing more than everyone else around you. And they learn that if they don't do it, you will. And that leads to burnout, to resentment, to overwhelm, to feeling misused, to feeling like nobody really cares about me. They just go on with their lives and I have to do everything. If you've said any of that in the last past week, odds are you don't have very good boundaries or you're a people pleaser or both. It's my advice to you to really monitor what you're taking on. Like examine your plate. Your not your actual both, yeah, but your plate. Like what do you have to carry? Examine your load, examine your burden, and where are you picking up extra things for other people when in reality you could say, you know what? I can't take on any more than that right now. I have a direct report who I love dearly. She will often say, I'm Anita Baker. And I know that means she's leaving because she has given me the best that she's got. Like the other day, another of my direct reports sent me a screenshot of Anita Baker. And I knew you have given me the best that you got and you're going home. Cool. I'm cool with that. But that means that I've allowed them to establish those boundaries, right? And every boss is not like that. And every family member is not like that. So just keep that in mind, okay? Off my soapbox on that. Number two, you might be a people pleaser if you are a consistent overachiever. I know, like, this is a gut punch because that was totally me. Like, I want the gold star over and beyond. I wanted to be the best in class, every single class, like, always doing more. And when you think about it, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do a good job, or as I just said, giving something the best that you've got. But when is your best good enough? When is your best adequate? Because if you're one of those people who consistently strives to go the extra mile, to go over and beyond, to show that you are the best, what happens when you don't have the energy or when you're not feeling well enough to give that 90, like 99 and a half won't do? What happens when you've only got 80? When you don't have the energy to take the extra lap or to take on the extra work or to listen an extra hour and a half or to stay late, you start to feel guilty. You start to feel anxious. You feel inadequate. You're like, oh no, they're going to recognize that I'm human. How dare you be human in 20? Oh my goodness, right? So it's like, think about that. What are you actually trying to accomplish? Who are you seeking validation from? What are you trying to prove? If you've gone over and beyond for 6.5 months, if you have a rough day, big whoop. Learn that your best is going to look different. We get to learn, I'm sorry. We get to learn that our best is going to look different from day to day. Sometimes you're 110, and sometimes, baby girl, over here, I'm just a smooth 85, and that's the very best that I've got. But if it's your best, then it's enough. Okay, moving on to number three. The third thing that you might think is normal, but is actually a sign of being a people pleaser, is restricting or hiding your emotions in order to avoid conflict. And I get it. As I said the other day, sometimes things are definitely better left unsaid. It's like, you know what? That would have just upset them. It would have proved a moot point, like they weren't ready to hear the information, those kinds of things. But if you find yourself always biting your tongue, always holding back, always being like, and then you are going places you don't want to go, doing tasks you don't want to do, staying longer than you want to be there, entertaining company when you didn't want any company, constantly doing stuff that you truly don't want to do. You just don't want to disappoint someone, or you don't want them to be angry, or you don't want them to know that you're disappointed. That is an indication that you are a people pleaser. I say all the time, if you are in a close relationship or close friendship or close situation with someone and no one ever gets upset or angry, or no, there's never a rift, someone is lying. Someone is being a doormat. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have like scream and shout matches and fall out and be, cussing mad at each other. But at some point, you are not going to see eye to eye with someone unless you are consistently adopting their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, and saying, yeah, okay, okay. So either they're doing it to you or you are doing it to them. Because as individuals, when you are authentic to you, you're going to have different thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly okay to agree to disagree, right? Like, just consider that. So if you've been swallowing your emotions and swallowing your pride and biting your tongue off so that you don't have some sort of conflict, sis, you may be a people pleaser. It is cool. The first step is identifying that, hey, yo, this is a problem. The first step of any type of recovery is admitting that it's a problem. So let me know down below. Do you do any of these things? Do you do all of these things? And no matter what, this month, I am going to be serving and supporting you and helping you to identify that you are a people pleaser and the steps to overcome this behavior. I love you. I want the best for you. If you are not already, come and hang out with me. I've got the Plot Twist, which is my free community, and the Green Room, which is the step up from that, where you're going to get free trainings and you're going to get that one-on-one access to me through Telegram chat. And then if you didn't see, this fall, I got red carpet coaching coming. Do not wait to get in. Do not delay your success. Do not delay your transformation. You can always bump up or bump down depending on your need, but I would not wait on this. I love you. I want the best for you. Don't forget, drop down below. Do you do any of these things? Did you think they were normal? I want to know. I love you, girl, and we'll chat soon.